And then there's a video there and it says 35 years. So 5 years ago, I made this video when I started to do my original web page for this, and I paid several $1,000s or whatever to get the framework of that web page put up. And I had to move, or we sold the center, or something took place. And I actually did this in Australia, I think. And you just push that, and it's just showing some of the 10 crusades and things that we've done at that stage around our life, and that I had access to. I am a little jet lagged, so I hope you're getting this tonight. And that's a video worth hearing, and it's just passionate, and it shares. It goes to me talking. I'm a little bit younger and a little less wrinkly a few years ago, and I'm just telling you what my heart was then, and it's the same now. And when I found this, I thought, crikey, I'm not going to do a new one because that shares my heart. So open that up, have a look at that, and then as you do that, it'll open up to, you scroll down, and it just says these things. This is your landing page, and it's placed there where you can submit your email. And then you scroll down a little bit further, and it will take you to just some statements all the way through, training for every person to equip every believer with their God-given destiny. Then it goes down a little bit further, and it says, do you desire, I guess I'll bring this a little bit, to actually walk in the power that Jesus walked in, and to have it fully activated in your own life and ministry? Doug is committed to help you realize your God-given dreams in a very practical way without spending years away in a physical school. So you can do this while you're still working and looking after your family, and you don't have to go and spend $4,500 a year plus accommodation plus everything else, and you can do it at your own pace. It's not academic. I'm not trying to make this like an academic school. There is things to do, and there's assignments, and there's quizzes, and there's things that I want you to talk about, mainly so I know you get it, that it gets inside you, that it becomes part of you. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to, give you a mark out of 5 or 10 and say, well, you failed. You can't fail this. You're just going to get better at walking with God because you do it. And that's the most important thing. And so as you scroll down, you'll see that there's this section here, and it will go, our online ministry training program is now available. This is available online now, and is a pace set course that can be made to fit your time and financial structure. It is a 2-year course with an optional 3rd year for those seeking full ordination. So not everyone's going to do 3 years. Not everyone will do maybe even more than 1 year. That's up to you. And each year is a certificate course, and it qualifies you. If you're going to your pastor or changing missions or churches, it's a qualification that we endorse right through to ordination if you want to. And each year allows you to go into the next year. And so each year will be a certificate course on graduation. On graduation of each year, the student will receive a certificate of completion that qualifies them to enter the next year, and if appropriate, to full ordination in recognition of their ministry call. Now, not everyone is called to the fivefold ministry or the missions, so it's up to you if you choose to do that. But you just might find you are called to something greater by doing the first 2 years. That has been recognized or discovered during the training together. Now, what I want you to see over here is that the 1 year is a certificate of biblical studies, and then the 2nd year, we call it the certificate of Christian ministry. And so, if you were applying for a job or a ministry or whatever anywhere with a church, then it's a qualification. I'm not one into great papers and credentials, to be honest, but, I believe what I can help you with will be a benefit to you. And the 3rd year, ordination or certificate of ordination as a minister of the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. And this will involve at least 2 mission trips with me or our family, and hopefully a lot more. We're going to get our big vehicle, and we're going to do mission trips overseas as allowed, back to Australia and also to other parts of the world. But we're also going to get our truck and our mobile stage to go around America and many cities of America, as well as the ministry into churches and so forth that we always do. So if that interests you, go in it. So you'll see down as you scroll through that first landing page, and you look up and down, and then put your email in so that we can communicate. Tell me if you're interested, and if you want to go further, you hit the Learn More button, and as you hit that Learn More button, and you don't do what I just did and open every screen that you don't want, and you hit that Learn More button, and it will take you to this one, and it'll be a photo of our lake here on the 200-acre farm, which we're going to do camp meetings with eventually, and I'm working on it, and it's beautiful green like it is there now, and it says that your ministry school year 1, and so it takes you into the school, and again you scroll down and you see a lot of things, and you look up and down, and there's lots of things in there, and it'll show you here where it's just an example of the curriculum: introduction, making of a minister of Christ, selfless life of a minister, a true disciple of Christ, understanding the laws that determine our life. And there will just be many subjects and lessons with videos and downloadable resources, and there's quizzes. It's a beautiful program that will take you in. It's not complicated. You don't have to be special to do it. You don't have to be academic and clever. Some of you will do a better job than others. I'm not looking at you like the world looks at a student. I'm looking at you as someone that's going to do something great for God because you get to know Him. And you'll see down there, and there's lots of parables and things that I've put on that page to help you understand while we're doing it. And then you'll see a pricing structure. And so as you go through those pages and you hit the pricing, it'll take you to a screen like this. It works out about $50 a month over those 9 months. If you want to spread it over 12 months, it's more like around the $40, under $37 or something like that a month, which is really, if it changes your life, it's nothing. I've made it as cheap as I possibly can. But it's going to take a lot of my time and energy, and when I'm doing this, I can't do something else. And so I appreciate you putting some value on this. It's worth a lot more. I cannot put a price on what I believe I can share with people. I never have, but this is just making the whole thing work. And so if you're interested, you hit that place order, and put in your details, and it will enroll you. And then the whole platform opens up to you, and you go in, the curriculum opens up, and you start to do it. And we'll be building on that regularly. Even when I'm traveling, I'll be building new subjects in. There are new people that I had, all the 7 international teachers that I had in the school before. I've got all the DVD teaching of Pastor Derek and various ones there, Pastor Alan Langstaff, and veterans of ministry that have traveled the world, been on the boards of some of the biggest ministries in the world. Pastor Derek had a 6,000 people church in South Africa. My brain's starting to shut down. I hope yours isn't, but I've got jet lag. I've got an excuse. So anyway, these are all things that I just wanted to share for those that have an interest. Go to our webpage, go to our Facebook page, hit the link, have a look at it. If you've got any questions, inbox me. Once you get in there, we'll have communication. There's also, for those who are students, there's another option there as well as the course. Those who are enrolled in the course can enroll to have personal coaching. And, it's 3 sessions a month. I can't do more than that. But it means I can speak into your life. I can be a voice into your life beyond all that we do in the school. I don't think that's for everyone, but there's some who are going to want that. There's already several signed up for that. There's going to be a limit to that because of my time. But for those that seriously want to do it, I want to have the option to say whether that's good for you or not good for you. Maybe before you sign up, question me. And say, do I think you need it or don't need it? if you know me enough and you've been around and you think it would be value to you to do that, to have that personal time with me, where I can FaceTime you or Zoom or whatever we want to do, then I think it would be a blessing. And so it's the Powerhouse School of Supernatural Ministries, and I'm talking to you from the Wailing Wall, and I want it to be a blessing to you and to others. And honestly, I just am amazed at this trip I've done. I've got to stop here, but I'm amazed at the experiences we had. I'm still digesting it. It got a little sport with 4 days of traveling and lots of things that happened with weather and just tiredness. And then coming back to our Bluey, who had, I don't know whether I've got a photo here, but Bluey had 8 pups over 12 hours the night we came home, just longing to get in our bed and sleep. And of course, we love our dog, and she's done such an amazing job. You know, God is such a miracle working God. As I look at that 1,000-year-old wall behind me, and I think, here's a dog that 2 years old. We didn't plan this pregnancy. A dog sort of visited, and it's a good pedigree dog, thank God. But here we are with 8 little puppies, and she brought everyone out. She licked everyone, stimulated it, you know, did everything just God created her to do. And it just, like Israel, it just made me understand the beauty of who God is, and that it all makes sense if you can just step away from the chaos and step away from the mistakes and the hurts of the past and the blaming and the suspicion and all that kind of worldly stuff, and get in a position where God enlarges your life. So that's what I want for you in this course. Listen to it. Go to the video at least. Look, I'm not going to be offended that there's going to be lots of people that won't do this and might want to do it, or they think they can't afford. If you think you can't afford it, inbox me and talk to me about it. I think you can. If you can buy a cup of coffee and buy McDonald's and you can buy stuff, you can do this if you really want to. You can find a way to do it. But I don't want anyone to miss out if they really want to do it. So let's see what happens here. I'm not sponsoring Western people. I'm going to sponsor third world people, and you will help me do that by paying what you are able to do. And I'm not going to charge people that are in the Philippines or somewhere else unless they are business people and they can afford it. But if they're in missions or in the ministry and the many I know in different parts of the world, I'm going to hopefully, with your help, make this available to them without cost or very minimum cost. Anyway, I love you. There's so much more I want to show you and talk to you about. And there's Gate, beautiful there. Come on, Gate, open up. And so that's the Powerhouse. And, you know, I want to talk about that one time, and I'll talk about it in detail in the school, where the new temple is expected to be built is directly out from those eastern gates, or the Gate Beautiful, the gate that they call Beautiful. And they put the Temple Mount, the Muslim big orange dome, gold dome thing, right in the middle, thinking they've blocked us from, or blocked the Israelites from building that temple. But anyway, a lot to talk about, and we'll talk about it next time. God bless you. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this wasn't too much information, but love you. Pray for our family. Pray for the ministry here, and we're about to go up to New York and believing for revival in different places, and then hopefully back to northern Minnesota to go through quite a few cities, and maybe Wisconsin in the middle of that. We have an invitation there, and lots of things that we're going to move on to do through the summer. But I'll be building into this school all the time, so I hope you can join us. I hope it's something that many of you will place value on and come and be a part of it. And I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking for it to be not just something extra for you to do, but something that brings the extra out of you that hasn't been brought out yet. And we've managed to do that with a lot of people over 45 years, and I want to help you. So God bless you. 30 minutes is up, so I'm pulling out and going to just allow this to do whatever it does, and I'll be back with you soon. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. Look at the things we've put on our Facebook, and man, I need to go and get some sleep. Thank you. Bye for now.